"You're coming with me," Ji-woo ordered. His voice is quiet but carries absolute authority. Naima's breath catches. She feels every eye in the cafeteria on them. Her cheeks burn with humiliation. Minji is watching. Everyone is watching. The phones are still recording. "I'm not going anywhere with you." Her voice shakes, but she holds her ground. Ji-woo's jaw tightens almost imperceptibly. "Don't make me repeat myself." She looks at him, at those eyes that haunt her dreams and nightmares. Then she looks away, shaking her head. Without warning, his hand reaches down. His fingers wrap around her upper arm, firm, unyielding, but not painful. "What are you doing?" She tries to pull away. He doesn't answer, just starts walking, pulling her with him. "Let me go." She stumbles as he leads her forward. Students part like the Red Sea. Phones follow their every movement. The whispers start immediately. Shocked gasps, excited murmurs, the sound of 100 people watching something they'll talk about for years. "Ji-woo, stop. Everyone is watching." Her voice rises in panic and embarrassment. He says nothing. His grip doesn't loosen, just keeps walking with her in tow. Through the center aisle, past the staring faces, past Minji's expression of pure hatred. "Please, let go of me. People are recording." They pass through the cafeteria doors, down the hallway, through the main entrance. Only when they're outside in the bright afternoon sunlight does his hand release her arm. Naima immediately steps back, rubbing where he'd gripped her. Not hurt, just shaken, overwhelmed, just shocked by Hupe's reaction. "How dare you?" Her voice cracks with emotion. "You had no right to just drag me out like that in front of everyone." Ji-woo stands unmoved, his Mercedes visible behind him, with the driver waiting at attention. His face is a cold mask. "Get in the car." "No, absolutely not." She crosses her arms, trying to look defiant despite the tears threatening to fall. "Naima, what if I don't?" "Huh?" Her voice breaks. "You have no right to just walk back into my life after kicking me out like some sort of whore, then pull me in front of hundreds of people, call me yours, drag me out of there, and just act like nothing happened. Like you didn't—" She stops, choking on the words she can't say in public. "Like you didn't reject me. Like you didn't make me feel worthless." Ji-woo's patience visibly thins. His jaw clenches. His eyes darken. "Get in the car." "No." The single word hangs in the air between them. For a moment, they just stare at each other. Her defiant, hurt, confused. Him controlled, dangerous, determined. Then Ji-woo moves. Faster than she can react, he bends and scoops her up. One arm under her knees, one around her back. "What? Put me down." She pounds on his chest with her fists. He carries her to the Mercedes like she weighs nothing. Opens the back door with one hand while holding her with the other. Places her inside the car. She tries to scramble out, but he slides in beside her before she can escape. The door closes. The locks click. Child safety locks engaged. "Drive." The driver doesn't hesitate. The car pulls away from the university. "Where are you taking me?" Naima demands, pressing herself against the opposite door, as far from him as possible. Ji-woo doesn't answer. Instead, he reaches across the space between them. His hand cups her face, turning it toward him. His grip is firm but not rough, just absolutely unyielding. She tries to pull away but can't. His dark eyes scan her face with intense focus. The fading yellow-purple bruise on her cheekbone. The healing split on her lip. His thumb hovers near but doesn't touch the split lip. His expression remains unreadable, but something flashes in those cold eyes. Something dark and dangerous. "I thought church girls don't fight." His voice is ice. "I wasn't fighting." Her voice is defensive, angry. "I was defending myself." His eyes narrow. He tilts her chin, examining the bruise from different angles, studying it like evidence. Or, his voice drops to a dangerous whisper, "Were you fighting because of me?" The question hits like a physical blow. Naima's breath catches. His eyes lock onto hers, reading the answer written across her face. She jerks her face from his grip, looking away, tears burning in her eyes. Why did you kick me out that night? The question bursts out of her before she can stop it. All the hurt, all the humiliation, all the confusion, condensed into those 7 words. Ji-woo lets go of her face, leans back against his seat. His expression hardens into that cold, controlled mask he wears so well. You weren't worth it. The words are ice, calculated to wound. Naima's face crumples. The direct hit lands exactly where it hurts most. Tears spring to her eyes, but she blinks them back furiously, refusing to cry in front of him again. Then why? Her voice shakes with barely controlled emotion. Why do your actions say otherwise, Kang Ji-woo? Welcome to part 5. If you haven't watched parts 1 through 4, stop right now and go binge them because this story is about to get dark and complicated, and you need the full context of what led to this moment. Hit that subscribe button and turn all notifications on because you do not want to miss what happens next in this twisted series. Drop a comment telling me what time it is, where you are, and whether you think Ji-woo actually cares about Naima or if he's just obsessed with possessing her. Now let's see what happens when he takes her to the hospital. The Mercedes pulls up to an expensive private medical facility in the heart of Gangnam. This isn't an emergency room, it's a private entrance with a discreet sign reading VIP Medical Services in Korean and English. The building is all glass and steel, modern and intimidating. The car stops. The driver gets out, opens Ji-woo's door first. Ji-woo steps out, buttons his suit jacket with practiced precision. Then he opens Naima's door. She doesn't move, sits pressed against the opposite door, arms crossed, chin raised in defiance even though her eyes are red from unshed tears. I'm not going in there. Yes, you are. His voice is flat, matter of fact. No, I'm not. You can't just... He reaches in for her. She slaps his hand away. Don't touch me. The hit doesn't hurt him, but his eyes flash with something dangerous. He steps back slightly, straightens, looks at her with those cold, calculating eyes. You can walk in on your own 2 feet, or I can carry you in front of all the hospital staff. Choose. Naima looks past him at the building. Through the glass doors, she can see an elegant lobby, staff in crisp uniforms, everything designed to cater to Seoul's wealthy elite. She looks back at him. He's serious. He'll absolutely carry her inside if she refuses. With as much dignity as she can muster, which isn't much given that she was just dragged out of a university cafeteria, she gets out of the car. But she doesn't walk beside him, stays several steps behind, maintaining distance, a small act of rebellion. Ji-woo's jaw tightens, but he doesn't force the issue. They enter the building. The lobby is pristine. Marble floors, modern art on the walls, soft classical music playing. Everything whispers of money and discretion. A woman in an expensive suit, clearly management, not just reception, hurries forward the moment they enter. Mr. Kang. She bows deeply. There's respect in her voice and fear. Dr. Kim is waiting for you in private suite 3. Ji-woo nods once, doesn't thank her, just walks toward the elevators. Naima follows, still maintaining her distance, feeling completely out of place in her simple university clothes. They take the elevator to the top floor in silence. The examination room looks more like a luxury hotel suite than a medical facility. Cream-colored walls, expensive furniture, equipment hidden behind elegant panels. A woman in her 50s, wearing a white coat, stands waiting. Dr. Kim, her name badge says. She has kind eyes, but a professional demeanor. Mr. Kang. She bows slightly. Ji-woo gestures to Naima. Check her, completely. I want to know about every injury. How serious, how recent, everything. That's not necessary, Naima starts. It wasn't a request. He cuts her off, his voice brooking no argument. Dr. Kim approaches Naima gently, sensing the tension. Please, have a seat. Naima wants to refuse, wants to walk out, but something about the doctor's kind face, her professional gentleness, makes her comply. She sits on the examination table, very aware of Ji-woo standing across the room, arms crossed, watching. Dr. Kim begins the examination. Gentle fingers probe the bruise on Naima's cheekbone. Does this hurt? A little. It's healing. When did it happen? 5 days ago. Doctor examines the split lip, checks her jaw, feels along her neck for any tenderness. Any dizziness? Nausea? Headaches? No. Blurred vision? No. The doctor moves to check her ribs. I need you to lift your sweater, please. Just to your ribs. Naima hesitates, glancing at Ji-woo. He can step outside if you're uncomfortable, Dr. Kim offers. I'm staying. Ji-woo's voice is final. Naima's face flushes, but she lifts her sweater enough for the doctor to examine her ribs. Presses gently along each side, watching Naima's face for pain reactions. Any pain here? No. Here? No. The examination continues, arms checked for defensive bruises. Hands examined, range of motion tested. 20 minutes of thorough medical assessment while Ji-woo watches from across the room like a statue. His presence is oppressive, standing perfectly still, arms crossed, face cold, but those dark eyes never leaving her. Finally, Dr. Kim steps back. Superficial bruising, all healing well. The facial contusion is about 5 days old, consistent with impact from a fist or similar. The lip laceration is healing cleanly. No signs of concussion, no broken bones, no internal injuries. She looks at Naima with kind eyes. You were fortunate. These injuries could have been much worse. Ji-woo nods once. Bill me for everything. Full examination, any follow-up care she might need, anything. Mr. Kang, there's no treatment necessary beyond what her body is already doing. Dr. Kim starts. I don't care. Bill me for a complete medical workup. I want documentation of everything. The doctor nods, understanding this isn't really about medicine. Of course. I'll send the invoice to your office. Good. Leave us. Dr. Kim bows slightly and exits, closing the door behind her. Silence fills the room. Naima sits on the examination table, pulling her sweater back down. Ji-woo stands by the door, hand on the handle. He's about to leave without another word. That's it? Her voice stops him. His hand freezes on the door handle. You're just going to leave? Just like that? He doesn't turn around. Doesn't answer. You drag me out of the university in front of everyone. Force me into your car. Bring me here. Make me get examined like I'm some possession of yours that you're inspecting for damage, and now you're just walking away? Yes. His voice is flat. Still doesn't turn around. Like nothing happened? Nothing happened. Something inside Naima snaps. She jumps off the examination table. Nothing happened? Her voice rises, all the hurt and confusion and rage exploding out of her at once. You made me feel things. You turned me on. You raised every sense in my body. You made me want you. You made me think you wanted me. Her voice cracks with tears, but she pushes through. And then you threw me out like garbage, like I was nothing. You made me stand there naked in front of you, and then you looked at me like I disgusted. You. Tears stream down her face now. And then you show up at my school like some sort of protector. Call me yours where everyone can hear, and now you're acting like none of it matters? Ji-woo finally turns. His face is a cold mask, not a flicker of emotion. I owe you no explanation. You owe me everything. She steps toward him, her whole body shaking with emotion. You owe me an explanation for that night. You owe me an explanation for today. You owe me... I owe you nothing. His voice is ice. You came to me that night. You climbed through my window. You threw yourself at me like every other girl who wants to say she's been with Kang Ji-woo. The words hit like physical blows. Naima's face shows the pain, the devastation. That's not... I didn't you? He steps away from the door toward her. You knew what I was. You knew my reputation, and you came anyway. Because I... She stops herself. Because I felt something. Because I thought you felt it too. You thought what? That you were special? His voice is cruel now, deliberately cutting. That I'd fall in love with the innocent church girl, and we'd live happily ever after? Stop it. You're nothing special, Naima. Just another girl who wanted something dangerous, something forbidden. Then why? She's sobbing now, demanding answers through her tears. Why call me yours? Why threaten Minji for me? Why drag me here if I'm nothing? Stop asking questions. No. She steps right up to him, fury and heartbreak warring on her face. Never show up at my university again. Never call me yours again. I'm tired of you. You causing me damage, making me feel worthless. Playing with me like I'm some toy you can pick up and throw away whenever you want. You don't tell me what to do. His voice drops dangerously low. I'm telling you to leave me alone. I go where I want. I do what I want. He steps closer, towering over her. I claimed you publicly. That makes you mine whether you like it or not. I'm not yours. I'm not one of your women, your prostitutes, your one-night stands? No, he agrees, voice cold. You're not. Then what am I? The question hangs in the air. She's sobbing, demanding an answer, her face tilted up to look at him. And for just a moment, something flickers in his eyes. Something that isn't cold, something almost like, but then it's gone. Replaced by that icy mask. And he says the words designed to destroy her. You're nothing. Her breath catches like he's physically struck her, but he's not done. His voice rises for the first time, harsh and cutting as a knife. You want to know the truth? Fine. He steps even closer, intimidating, overwhelming. I can't give you what you want. I can't be what you need. I can't play house with you and pretend I'm some good man who's going to cherish you and marry you and give you the white picket fence life. I never asked. You did. His voice is almost a growl, now. With those innocent eyes, with that virgin body, with your prayers and your faith and your purity. He's close enough now that she can feel his breath, see the barely controlled rage in his eyes. You think I want to ruin you? Corrupt you? Take that innocence and destroy it just to satisfy my own selfish desires? Naima stumbles back, shocked by the venom in his voice. Actually, I wanted to. But right now, you drive me crazy. He nearly shouts it. Every time I see you, every time I think about you, every time I close my eyes, you're there, and I hate it. His chest heaves. But you're not worth it. You're not worthy of being one of my one-night stands because at least they know what they're getting into. At least they don't look at me like I could be something good. His voice drops but becomes even more cutting. You will never be worth the complication, the weakness, the liability. You're not worth destroying myself over. And I hate the fact that when I see you, I lose my senses, and I don't fucking know how you do it. The words echo in the sterile white room. Naima's face shows complete devastation. Tears stream down her face. Her whole body trembles. Ji-woo's chest heaves from the outburst. Something flickers across his face. Regret, perhaps. But it's gone before she can name it. Instead of taking back the words, instead of softening them, he does what he always does. He leaves. Walks to the door without another word. Opens it, steps through. The door closes behind him with a soft click. Naima stands frozen in the middle of the examination room for 3 heartbeats. Then her legs give out. She collapses back onto the examination table and breaks down completely, sobbing like her heart is being torn from her chest. Because maybe it is. Ji-woo storms through his front door. Tae-hyung sits at the dining table, laptop open, working on something. He looks up when Ji-woo enters. Boss, how did it? Ji-woo doesn't answer. Doesn't even look at him. Just walks straight across the open living space to the side table near the window. An expensive crystal vase sits there. Tiffany probably, worth more than most people make in a month. Filled with white orchids, the flowers that are always there, but Ji-woo never touches, never looks at, until now. In one violent motion, he grabs the vase and smashes it against the wall. The sound is explosive in the quiet penthouse. Crystal shatters into 1,000 pieces. Water splashes across the dark wood floor. White orchids scatter like wounded birds. Tae-hyung jumps to his feet. Boss, what happened? Ji-woo stands there, chest heaving, fists clenched at his sides. His right hand is bleeding where a shard of crystal cut him. He doesn't seem to notice. Tae-hyung approaches cautiously, like approaching a wounded, dangerous animal. Is everything okay? Ji-woo whirls on him, eyes blazing. What is it with that church girl? Tae-hyung's heart nearly stops. His face goes pale. Guilty conscience screaming. He thinks Ji-woo knows. About the chapel visit, about the kiss, about everything. Boss, I can explain. The words tumble out in a panic, but Ji-woo isn't listening. He paces like a caged tiger, running his uninjured hand through his hair, destroying the perfectly styled look. I hate it. I hate what I feel. He slams his fist on the bar counter, making the expensive whiskey bottles rattle. I hate that I don't know how to control myself when I'm around her. Tae-hyung's heart pounds, guilt eating him alive. Boss, about Naima, I should tell you. She makes me weak, Ji-woo interrupts, not hearing him. He grabs a crystal glass, pours whiskey with a shaking hand. She makes me feel things I can't afford to feel. Things that could get me killed, get her killed, and destroy everything I've built. Tae-hyung slowly realizes he doesn't know. Ji-woo doesn't know about the chapel visit, doesn't know about the kiss. Relief floods through him, immediately followed by crushing, suffocating guilt. He should tell him. Right now. Come clean about everything. But the words stick in his throat. Instead, he tries a different approach. Boss. His voice is careful, measured. Was Naima? Was she supposed to be just a one-night stand? Ji-woo stops pacing. His back to Tae-hyung. Long, heavy silence. She's not like the rest. Ji-woo's voice is quieter now, almost defeated. What do you mean? Ji-woo pours himself another drink. Downs it in one gulp like he's trying to drown something. I had fantasies. His voice is rough, honest in a way it almost never is. About ruining her, taking that purity and destroying it, corrupting her, making her mine in every possible way. He pours a third drink. That night, when she climbed through my window, when she was standing there in front of me, willing to give herself to me, ready to compromise everything she believed in. His hand tightens on the glass. The crystal creaks under the pressure. I saw how innocent she was, how pure, how much she was willing to sacrifice because she felt something for me. He turns to face Tae-hyung. There's something raw in his eyes that Tae-hyung has never seen before. And for the first time in my life, Ji-woo's voice is barely above a whisper. For the first time, I had control over my own body, my own desires. My dick was hard, ready, wanting to consume her, but I couldn't. He downs the third drink. I didn't want to hurt her, because I can't love her. I'm not capable of love, Tae-hyung. You know that. You know what I am, what I do. His voice hardens. So I sent her away, to protect her from me. Tae-hyung stares, shocked by this vulnerability, by this admission. His guilt intensifies to an almost physical pain, because he kissed her. He touched what Ji-woo is describing as something precious, something Ji-woo tried to protect. And Ji-woo doesn't even know. Boss, Tae-hyung's voice is heavy with guilt he can't express. I don't think she feels the same way about you. Ji-woo's eyes flash. I know that. Then you should stay away from her. Tae-hyung forces himself to say it, even though every word feels like swallowing glass. She's starting to have control over your emotions. That's dangerous. For both of you. You think I don't know that? Ji-woo's anger flares again. She's just pure, innocent. Things like this shock her, overwhelm her. It's not like she'd develop real feelings for a mafia lord. The words sting Ji-woo more than Tae-hyung realizes. She'll move on, Tae-hyung continues, each word a small betrayal. Find some nice church boy, forget about you. Get married, have kids, live a normal life. The image makes Ji-woo's fist clench so hard his knuckles go white. The thought of her with someone else, some innocent, good man who can give her everything Ji-woo can't. It makes him want to destroy something else. Stop talking. His voice is dangerous. Boss, I'm just saying. I said stop. He turns away, jaw clenched. Get me one of my girls. I need to calm down. Tae-hyung blinks. Your girls? You heard me. Call one of them. Doesn't matter which one. Just not her. The not her hangs heavy in the air. Tae-hyung pulls out his phone slowly, guilt and relief warring in his chest. Relief that Ji-woo doesn't know his secret, guilt that he's keeping it, and something else, something darker. A small, terrible part of him is relieved that Ji-woo is pushing Naima away, because maybe that means Tae-hyung has a chance. He hates himself for thinking it, but he can't stop the thought. Minji lies face down on her bed, shoulders shaking with sobs. Her room is a shrine to privilege. Designer furniture, walk-in closet visible through an open door, makeup vanity covered in expensive products, her Chanel bag thrown carelessly on the floor. But right now, it all means nothing. Her phone lies on the bed beside her, screen cracked from where she threw it against the wall earlier. It keeps buzzing with notifications she refuses to look at, because she knows what they say. She's trending on every university's social media platform. The videos are everywhere. Minji thought she was special. Imagine thinking you own someone and getting rejected like that. The way Ji-woo didn't even look at her. Kang Ji-woo really said she's mine about the scholarship student. Minji crying in the corner while he claims another girl is sending me. Each comment another stab wound. Her face in the mirror across the room shows the damage. Eyes swollen from crying, makeup ruined and streaking down her face, the fading yellow-green bruise Naima left on her cheek visible under her destroyed concealer. She looks like exactly what she is. A rejected, humiliated mess. A knock on her door. Go away. Her voice is hoarse from crying. The door opens anyway. Mrs. Yoon enters, immaculate as always, in an expensive cream pantsuit, hair perfect, makeup flawless. She surveys her daughter's destroyed room with cold assessment. Clothes thrown everywhere. Makeup scattered across the floor. Broken phone. Shattered picture frame that used to hold a photo of Minji and Ji-woo from a family business dinner 3 years ago. Minji, her voice is sharp. Sit up. I can't sit up. Minji forces herself upright, wiping at her tear-stained face with the back of her hand. Mrs. Yoon sits on the edge of the bed, reaches out, cups her daughter's face with surprising gentleness. Tell me everything. And Minji breaks again. The story pours out between sobs. I went to confront her. That scholarship trash. I was going to make her pay for humiliating me, for kissing Ji-woo, for thinking she could have him. Mrs. Yoon listens, face expressionless. And then he showed up, with bodyguards, like he was going to war. Minji's voice rises with renewed hysteria. He looked at me, Mother. He looked at me like I was nothing, like I was an insect he wanted to crush. And then he asked, her voice drops to a whisper. He asked if I touched what's mine. He called her his, in front of everyone. Mrs. Yoon's expression doesn't change, but something flashes in her eyes. The sobs come harder now. And then he just walked away. Didn't even look at me as he took her hand and left. Just walked past me like I didn't exist. Her hands grip her mother's arms desperately. Everyone saw Mother. Everyone recorded it. It's all over social media. I'm a joke now. The daughter of the Yoon family, rejected and humiliated by Kang Ji-woo in public. Her voice breaks completely. I've never been this humiliated, never felt this worthless. Everyone at school knows. Everyone is laughing at me. She looks up at her mother with wild, desperate eyes. You have to do something. You have to make him pay. Make her pay for stealing him from me. Mrs. Yoon's face remains cold, calculating, the gears turning behind her eyes. Or I'll kill myself. Minji's voice rises to a shriek. I swear I will. I can't live with this shame. I can't go back to that school and face everyone knowing I was rejected for some nobody. Don't be a fool. Mrs. Yoon's voice is sharp as a slap. Suicide is weakness. Then what do I do? Minji grabs her mother's arms harder, nails digging in. How do I fix this? How do I get him back? Mrs. Yoon stands, pacing the destroyed room. Her heels click against the hardwood floor with deadly precision. Ji-woo will be yours. Her voice is certain, absolute. How? He hates me now. He threatened our entire family. Men like Kang Ji-woo? Mrs. Yoon's smile is cold, predatory. They think with their pride, their ego, their sense of control. She turns to face her daughter. That girl, she's not from our world. She's common, weak, a liability. But he chose her. He didn't choose her. He claimed her out of anger, out of possessive instinct, like a dog marking territory. Mrs. Yoon walks to the window, looks out at the Seoul skyline. He claimed her publicly. That was his first mistake. Now everyone knows she's his weakness. Her smile turns vicious. And weaknesses can be exploited. Minji's tears slow, replaced by desperate, fragile hope. What are you going to do? What I should have done from the start. Mrs. Yoon turns from the window, her face the picture of cold determination. I'm going to remove the obstacle. I mean, that girl needs to understand her place. And if she won't accept it willingly, Mrs. Yoon walks to the door, pauses. Then she'll learn the hard way what happens when you reach above your station. She leaves, closing the door behind her. Minji sits on her bed, surrounded by the wreckage of her room and her pride. Her tears have stopped, replaced by something harder. Something that looks like hope but tastes like revenge. Naima lies in her narrow bed, wearing a simple blue dress. Her eyes are swollen and red from crying. Her cornrows are disheveled. She looks like a ghost of herself. She stares at the ceiling, replaying his words over and over. You're not worth it. You'll never be worth the complication. You're nothing. Each repetition, a fresh wound that won't stop bleeding. Her phone lies on the floor, turned off. She couldn't bear the notifications anymore. The messages from classmates, the questions, the gossip. Everyone knows now. Everyone saw. A soft knock on her door. Naima? Uncle Solomon's voice. Gentle but worried. You need to eat something. I'm not hungry. Her voice is hoarse from disuse and tears. Naima. Please, uncle. Just leave me alone. Silence. Then his footsteps retreating down the hall. She's been like this for 2 days. Hasn't gone to class. Hasn't answered her phone. Hasn't eaten more than a few bites of food. Just lies here, trying to understand how she became this broken. Then there was a knock on the chapel door. Uncle Solomon, wiping his hands on a dish towel, answers it. A young woman stands there. Early 20s, warm brown skin with golden undertones, natural hair in beautiful shoulder-length twists, wearing an oversized Navy Howard University hoodie and jeans. Her smile is friendly, open, genuinely kind. Hi. Her American accent is clear. I'm Keisha. I'm looking for Naima. I'm her friend from school. Uncle Solomon's surprise is evident. Naima made a nice friend? At that university where she felt so alone? He studies Keisha for a moment. She seems genuine, kind, concerned. Please, come in. He steps aside. Keisha enters, taking in the modest but clean living space. Simple furniture, religious art on the walls, everything humble but maintained with care and love. Is Naima okay? She hasn't been answering my texts. Hasn't come to class. I just wanted to make sure she's all right. After, everything. Uncle Solomon's face shows worry. She's not well. She's in her room. Hasn't come out much since... He trails off. Doesn't know how much Keisha knows. Since the cafeteria thing. Keisha finishes. Yeah, I was there. I saw everything. Uncle Solomon nods slowly. Let me tell her you're here. I don't know if she'll come down, but I'll try. He heads upstairs, knocks gently on Naima's door. Naima, you have a visitor. I'm not seeing anyone. The response is immediate, sharp. It's Keisha, your friend from school. Silence. Then movement sounds. Shuffling. The door opens a crack. Naima's face appears. Eyes swollen, skin dull, looking absolutely devastated. Keisha is here? Downstairs. Naima looks down at herself. 2 days in the same clothes. Looks terrible, feels worse. But Keisha came. Her new friend came looking for her. She descends the stairs slowly. Keisha looks up from the couch where she's been sitting politely, and her face shows immediate concern. Girl, that's all it takes. The gentle tone, the genuine concern, the first friendly face in days. Something in Naima breaks again. They meet at the bottom of the stairs and Keisha pulls her into a hug. Naima nearly collapses into it, tears starting fresh. Uncle Solomon watches for a moment, then quietly retreats to his office. They need privacy. After a moment, Naima pulls back, wiping at her face. Sorry, I'm a mess. You're human. Keisha's voice is warm. And you've been through something traumatic. Naima's laugh is bitter. Is that what we're calling it? Look, I know you probably don't want to talk about it, but Naima, are you okay? Really okay? I don't want to talk about it. Naima's voice is small. Okay. Keisha respects the boundary immediately. Then let's just get you out of this apartment. Fresh air, a walk, nothing heavy, just two friends taking a walk. Sound good? Naima hesitates. Part of her wants to refuse, to go back upstairs and hide forever. But another part of her is desperate for something normal, something that isn't crying in her room or replaying his cruel words. Just a walk? Just a walk, promise. Uncle Solomon sits at his simple wooden desk, going through chapel documents, preparing notes for Sunday's sermon, trying to focus on his calling, on God's word. But his mind keeps drifting to Naima, his niece, his responsibility, the daughter of his beloved sister, broken by a man he can't protect her from. A knock on his office door. Come in. The door opens. Mrs. Yoon stands in the doorway. Uncle Solomon's entire body tenses. He rises from his chair so quickly he almost knocks it over. Mrs. Yoon. His voice trembles slightly despite his efforts to control it. This woman terrifies him. Has terrified him since the day she walked into his chapel 2 years ago with her cold smile and her dangerous proposition. I wasn't expecting you. Sit down, Pastor Solomon. It's not a request. She enters without waiting for invitation, closes the door behind her with a soft click that sounds like a cell door slamming. Uncle Solomon sits. She remains standing, looking down at him from her position of power. The silence stretches. Mrs. Yoon walks slowly around his small office, running her perfectly manicured fingers along the simple bookshelves, looking at the religious items on the walls with barely concealed disdain. Your chapel. Her voice breaks the silence. So modest. So humble. We serve the community as best we can. Uncle Solomon's voice is barely steady. With my family's money. The words are sharp, cutting. Uncle Solomon's face shows guilt, shame, fear. Mrs. Yoon, I don't. She turns to face him, her eyes cold. Don't insult me with denials. You know exactly what your chapel is used for, what your bank accounts hold, what your signature authorizes. He swallows hard, nods once. Money laundering. She says it conversationally, like discussing the weather. My family's operations running through your charitable donations. Every transaction bearing your name, your approval. I know. His voice is barely a whisper. Good. Mrs. Yoon sits now, crossing her legs elegantly. Then we understand each other. She leans forward slightly. I came here once before. Do you remember? Uncle Solomon's eyes widen. I warned her. Mrs. Yoon's voice is sharp. Told her to stay away from Kang Ji-woo. That he was meant for my daughter. That she was playing with fire she didn't understand. Her eyes narrowed dangerously. She didn't listen. Uncle Solomon's hands gripped the armrests of his chair. Mrs. Yoon, please. She's young. She doesn't understand. This is the second time I'm warning your family, Pastor. Her voice drops to something deadly quiet. And it will be the last. She stands again, walks to his desk, places both hands on the surface and leans forward, looming over him like a predator over prey. Tell your niece to stay away from Ji-woo. Make her understand. Make her obey. I've tried. She won't listen to me either. Then make her listen. The words crack like a whip. Because if she doesn't, Mrs. Yoon's smile is cold, cruel, terrifying. You have far more to lose than I do, Pastor Solomon. His face goes pale. What do you mean? My family's operations, your chapel's involvement, your signatures, your bank accounts. She straightens, looking down at him with pitiless eyes. One phone call from me, and the authorities have everything. Bank records, transaction histories, witness statements, all of it. You wouldn't, his voice breaks. I would. The certainty in her voice is absolute. One phone call, and you go to prison. Your precious chapel gets seized. Your congregation scatters like sheep without a shepherd. Tears spring to Uncle Solomon's eyes. Please, Mrs. Yoon. And your niece? She walks to the door, her hand on the handle. She'll be completely alone. No family, no home, no protection. She opens the door, pauses on the threshold. This is your second warning. There won't be a third. What do you want me to do? His voice is desperate, pleading. End whatever is between her and Ji-woo. Mrs. Yoon's voice is final. I don't care how. Lie to her, threaten her, send her away. I don't care. Just do it. She steps through the doorway. You have 1 week, Pastor. Don't disappoint me. The door closes. Uncle Solomon sits frozen in his chair, staring at the closed door. The money he took to keep Naima in school and to keep the chapel were all blood money, dirty money. They were now being used as a weapon against his own niece. He drops his head into his hands and realizes with crushing certainty he's trapped by his own choices, his own compromises, his own weakness. He wanted to serve God. Instead, he made a deal with the devil. And now the devil wants payment. Uncle Solomon sits alone in his office for hours after Mrs. Yoon leaves. The sun sets outside his window, painting the modest gangbook neighborhood in shades of orange and purple. He prays, tries to pray. The words stick in his throat. How can I pray when I've been living in sin for 2 years? How can I ask God for guidance when I've ignored his guidance all this time? 1 week. Mrs. Yoon gave him 1 week to end whatever is between Naima and Ji-woo, or lose everything. The chapel, his freedom, Naima's safety. He needed to think fast. Then a desperate idea forms in his mind. Dangerous, foolish, but maybe his only option. He could go to Kang Ji-woo himself, not to threaten, not to accuse. God knows he has no power to do either, just to beg, to plead with the devil to release his niece. It's insane. It could get him killed. But what choice does he have? He stands, makes his decision, grabs his jacket and keys. He got to Kang Tower. The security guards in expensive suits watched him with suspicious eyes. Uncle Solomon, in his simple clerical collar and worn jacket, looks completely out of place. He approaches the reception desk. The woman behind it looks at him with barely concealed disdain. Can I help you? I need to see Mr. Kang Ji-woo. His voice shakes slightly. Do you have an appointment? No, but it's urgent. It's about... No appointment? No meeting? She's already looking back at her computer screen, dismissing him. Please. Desperation colors his voice. I'm Pastor Solomon, Naima Williams' uncle. The receptionist's fingers freeze on her keyboard. She looks up at him with new interest. Recognition. She picks up the phone, speaks quietly, her eyes never leaving Uncle Solomon's face. Hangs up. Looks surprised. Top floor. He'll see you. Uncle Solomon steps off the elevator into pure luxury. A secretary, young, beautiful, intimidating in her perfect suit, stands from her desk. Pastor Solomon? He nods, not trusting his voice. This way. She leads him to massive double doors. Knocks once. Enter. The voice from inside is cold, emotionless. She opens the doors. Pastor Solomon, sir. Send him in. Uncle Solomon enters. The office is enormous, designed to make visitors feel small, insignificant. And it works. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlook the Seoul skyline. The city spread out like Ji-woo owns it. Maybe he does. Ji-woo sits behind a massive dark wood desk. Doesn't stand, doesn't offer courtesy, doesn't even look up from the documents he's reviewing. Just lets Uncle Solomon stand there, waiting, feeling smaller by the second. Finally, Ji-woo looks up. Those cold, dark eyes assess Uncle Solomon like he's an insect. Sit, not an invitation, a command. Uncle Solomon sits in the chair across from the desk. Feels like a child called to the principal's office. Silence stretches. Ji-woo waits, forcing Uncle Solomon to speak first. A power play. Uncle Solomon swallows hard. Mr. Kang, I've come to ask you something. Ask. The word is flat, bored. Please. The word comes out barely above a whisper. Leave my niece alone. No. The response is immediate, absolute. Uncle Solomon's heart sinks. Mr. Kang, please listen. I am listening, and my answer is no. She's young, innocent. She doesn't belong in your world. She belongs where I say she belongs. Ji-woo's eyes are ice. Uncle Solomon's voice shakes with emotion. Your world will destroy her. You'll drag her down to hell with you. Hell? Ji-woo's eyebrow raises slightly, almost amused. Yes. Uncle Solomon leans forward desperately. Your life, your crimes, your darkness, your violence, she's not made for that. She's a good girl, a faithful girl. She believes in God, in goodness, in a girl who climbed through my window in the middle of the night. Ji-woo's voice cuts like a knife. Uncle Solomon flinches. A girl who came to me willingly, repeatedly. You corrupted her. She came to me already wanting to be corrupted. Uncle Solomon tries again. Please, Mr. Kang, you'll drag her to hell. Hell! Ji-woo stands suddenly. Uncle Solomon shrinks back in his chair. Ji-woo walks around his desk slowly, deliberately. Each step calculated to intimidate. He leans against the front of his desk, arms crossed, looking down at the terrified pastor. So I'm going to hell. His voice is almost amused now. I didn't mean... No, you did. Ji-woo's smile is cold, dangerous. You think I'm the devil, that I'll drag your precious niece down to burn with me for eternity. He leans closer. Uncle Solomon can smell expensive cologne mixed with whiskey. Am I going to hell, Pastor? Uncle Solomon's eyes widen in fear. He stutters, no, it was just an example. I didn't mean to suggest. Just an example. Ji-woo's smile widens, dangerous and mocking. Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend. You think you can offend me? Ji-woo laughs. The sound is cold, humorless. I've done things that would make your God weep, Pastor. Hell is probably too good for me. Uncle Solomon trembles. But here's what you need to understand. Ji-woo leans down, face close to Uncle Solomon's. Whether I go to hell or not, whether she comes with me or not, that's between Naima and me, not you. She's my responsibility. She's an adult. She's my niece. And she's mine when I say so. Uncle Solomon, desperate now, blurts out, Please, Mr. Kang, just stop sending one of your men to my chapel to see her. For her safety, please. The words hang in the air. Ji-woo goes very still. His expression changes. The amusement vanishes, replaced by something sharp, focused, dangerous. Wait. His voice drops to something deadly quiet. Uncle Solomon looks up, confused by the sudden change in Ji-woo's demeanor. Ji-woo stares at him with laser focus. One of my men came to the chapel to see Naima? Wait, stop. Hold everything. Did Uncle Solomon just accidentally reveal that someone from Ji-woo's organization has been visiting Naima behind his back? Did Ji-woo just realize he has no idea what Uncle Solomon is talking about? One of his men has been going to the chapel? Who? Comment right now. What time is it where you are? Because we're all spiraling right now. Do you think Ji-woo knows it's Tae-hyung? Yes or no? Team Ji-woo or Team Tae-hyung? Final answer. No changing your mind after this. What do you think happens when Ji-woo finds out who visited Naima at the chapel? Is Uncle Solomon going to survive this conversation? If you're not subscribed, subscribe now and turn on all notifications because part 6 is going to be absolutely devastating. Here's what's coming in part 6. Ji-woo discovers who has been visiting Naima behind his back. Best friends become enemies over one woman. Mrs. Yoon's one-week deadline starts ticking. Uncle Solomon must make an impossible choice about Naima's future. Naima learns about the threats against her and her uncle. A confrontation that destroys friendships and changes everything. Someone gets hurt, and I'm not telling you who, and nothing will ever be the same. Part 6 drops anytime from now. The betrayal, the discovery, the explosion. This is where the love triangle doesn't just complicate, it destroys. This is where best friends and brothers become enemies. This is where secrets come out and friendships shatter. Smash that like button if you're ready for your heart to break. Share with everyone who loves dark Korean romance and impossible love triangles. Comment your predictions about what happens when Ji-woo finds out the truth. See you in part 6, where the truth comes out and everything falls apart.